But yes. And I hit a deer. Doesn't surprise me. I'll hit a deer in the off-road review soon enough. Alright, Cryptids, what is going on? It is me, Mississippi Gonzo Grunge, aka Breadcorn. Today we're going to be looking at the Stromberg, which is a submarine vehicle. Probably the OG submarine car before the Pterodor. But this one, oh, by far, it's another classic. Another classic. And yeah, like I said, it is a submarine car. On the cheaper end of the spectrum compared to the Pterodor. But of course, what is funny is a bunch of low levels riding around with Pterodors trying to blow you up. So how does this one fare compared to the Pterodor? Outside of it handling lighter, you know, still damage resistance is kind of on the low side. But still, do you have to worry about flooding the car out? Not really. I mean, you know, this is that one car from James Bond, where it was the submarine car. One of the ones, I want to say it was one of the Pierce Bronson movies from the 90s. But, you know, it is raining, so I want to say it can climb that, but, you know, a little bit less on the torquey end of the spectrum. Is it turbo boosted? Nope. But yeah, this is... Yeah, I ended up getting this one fairly recent because, you know, I was doing the Doomsday heist with some guys and I ended up getting this one marked down. See, you don't have to worry about flooding the car out because it is a submarine vehicle. And that's something you don't see. I mean, you do have some amphibious vehicles like this, the Pterodor, the Blazer Aqua. And then there's that one Rebel, that one Kieran Rebel with the barrels on the side of it. So, I mean, you really don't have to worry about certain vehicles like that flooding out. But yeah, I got this one because, you know, it's marked down. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to have all the submarine vehicles. I'm going to have all the big boy weaponized vehicles. And this one is weaponized, as it does also have machine guns and missiles, which can be handy. And torpedoes, which you will need for that. Now, around the Wall of Doom, we don't need to worry about it because it goes right over it. It goes right over the Wall of Doom with no issues whatsoever. So yeah, it's not half bad off-roading, you know, so far. But if need be, and you need to make a quick escape, well, that's what going in the water's for. Unless you got one of those assheads riding your back bumper with the Pterodor, well, you're going to have fun trying to escape one of them. You know, who knows? Maybe they'll make another amphibious assault vehicle. But so far as it, you know, taking the dirt, like I said, this does perform way lighter than the actual Pterodor itself. Meaning, A, it's going to turn a lot sharper. But it is raining, so you do have to account for the slick. But yeah, it wouldn't be an off-road review. I do off-road in any weather except night. So yeah, it's little stuff like that. But yeah, this is also one of those vehicles, do mind your brakes. Because that will save you in the long run. Because, hey, let's face it, most people in this game cannot drive. So if you know how to drive, well, you have a better chance of escaping. Did I just hit a mountain lion? Oh, well. But, yeah, you do have a better chance of escaping any, you know, tryhards, i.e., you know, Terriadors and oppressors and even thrusters. Yeah, the traction-wise, it's not climbing that. Traction-wise, yeah, traction-wise, this thing's on the, you know, kind of on the S-tier spectrum of traction. But it's not the most terrible traction in the world. That would most likely go to one of the rat loaders. But, you know, the rat loader's just something you have just to say, oh, look, I got it. Yeah, the rat loader was by far one of those vehicles that it just had terrible, terrible... It just had the most terriblest, you know, traction to date. But then again, it's an old car from the 30s, and I don't expect it to have the traction of an all-wheel drive supercar either. Yeah, the traction on this could be slightly better. But like I said, it is raining, so this thing probably handles way different. There's some vehicles, when it gets to raining, they handle totally different. And then there's some that doesn't. But yes, and I hit a deer. Doesn't surprise me. I'll hit a deer in the off-road review soon enough. But now we hit the handbrake corner. So, yeah, acceleration-wise, you know, it's kind of mid-tier. I mean, you know, the acceleration could be better. But, you know, it's whatever at this point. You know, braking-wise, the handbrake, non-existent. But it does have some good, you know, just standard brakes. Standard brakes, rather fine. But the handbrake, forget it. You know, you might as well forget it with the handbrake. Yeah, and the guns on it are kind of lacking, but, you know, they'll get the job done. But you do have missiles just in case somebody wants to get funny. So, yeah, there is that. So, yeah, there is stuff like that. But if there ever was a need for a quick getaway, well, it'd be this stuff over here. But yeah, if you ever needed to make a quick getaway, you know, I want to say this one's also slightly faster than the Terriador underwater. I could be wrong. You know, like I said, I could be wrong, but I want to say this one's like slightly faster underwater than the actual Terriador itself. Because the Terriador can be kind of slow underwater until you hit the boosters, and then the boosters don't last long underwater itself. Yeah, this is some James Bond looking shit. So, yeah, I can understand why they put all the James Bond stuff in the game. You know, just to avoid the adults-only rating. Yeah, that's actually the fun fact. That's actually a little fun fact. The reason why they started putting all these submarine cars and flying oppressor bikes and jetpacks and Batmobiles and all that stuff is because, A, they were in danger of getting the adults-only rating, so they put this silly shit in there just to avoid it. You know, as people start to say, oh, there's Saints Rowing up GTA. You know, hopefully this stuff won't be in GTA 6, but something tells me that it will. Something tells me that it will be in 6. No doubt in my mind that some of this stuff would be in 6. But other than that, let's take a look at the inside. Ah, yeah, it's an Ocelot. You know, I forgot what this thing was, but yeah, it's the Ocelot Stromberg. What am I listening to? No, take that off. Thank you. You know, I really don't mind the Mexican station, but they could do better. It's like I want to listen to something else besides Techno Banda and, you know, other stuff. It's like, put some ranchero or some other stuff in it. I mean, like they got what? Two narco songs, and everything else is just like Techno Banda. And one rap song. And it's like, come on, put something else in there. But that's beside the point. I'm going to go ahead and call it an end. Because I am officially done recording off-road reviews for the day. But I do need to go record some off-road review collections. But yeah, if you want this, do get it while it's marked down. Or if you do the Doomsday Heist as the leader, well, this gets marked down for you. So other than that, be sure to shoot the like button with a grip skiddly if you enjoyed it. Please do comment down below, do you prefer the Stromberg or the Terriador? But other than that, also do smash the subscribe button today and click the notification bell icon to stay up to date when I go live. Because I do live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So other than that, I'll be seeing y'all around. Now then, y'all have a great day and a balling weekend. Don't do anything stupid. So other than that, y'all don't do anything stupid. And I myself will continue to play around with the Stromberg because I'm having a little bit too much fun. So other than that, y'all take care of yourselves. And see y'all for the next off-road review.